Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of God Eater, which is on episode 10. Now, I will say this in a certain sense, there is probably not much I can really talk about, honestly, even though it just came back today and it's gonna finish off this month with the rest of certain spring anime spring I mean like a winter anime. I mean, sorry for saying spring. Why the hell am I saying that? Ugh. My brain's not going so well. But anyways, this episode right here, it just shows the backstory or past of Ohtsuki Lenka and how he got his name, etc. So, if anything else, let's go. Okay, at the beginning, we get to see a scene where people are being tested. If you're blue, you are not allowed in. If you are orange or something, and that's positive, you are allowed in. Which it shows that there's a certain family that has a girl named Iroha with her mother and father. Apparently, they found a baby that's abandoned, and that's pretty pitiful and sad. So they decided to take him in and take care of him. Eventually, when he was growing up, he was getting a little stronger than in a certain sense, you know? But, well, not as strong even though he was a kid, but eventually when the time comes by, the mother, his foster mother, and foster family, which he does not know of yet, the mother ends up getting sick, you know, and they end up trying to find some medicine and give out some time. But we have to it that we see Lindo, which is one of the characters I like, you know? Rindo, whatever his name is, because we all know what he did in the first God Eater, in the beginning of God Eater. We all know that. I mean, he is a really cool guy to see around, etc. And eventually, as time continues, we have to it that he tried giving him these testings to see if you're positive or negative, but it looks like to me that's not really the certain case, but yada yada yada. He did see Ohtsuki Lenka and Iroha, but eventually when time comes by, Lenka did get sick, and eventually there was only enough for one person and not for two. And the mother says you're gonna have to choose Lenka and choose it and do the test on him. And we get to find out that he's test positive. No wonder he's able to get in the Coliseum or whatever Fenrir it is called, in the first episode or many episodes back or something, you know? And eventually, as time continues, we have to it that the mother dies and gives him some word of advice: keep getting strong, keep going, and don't pray in a world where there is no God, you know, or something. And eventually, we have to it that when Ohtsuki Lenka becomes 15, things turn out way more tragic than usual. When he was looking for some fuel for a car or a motorcycle, whatever, we have to it that the Aragami attacked the settlement or camp where the other people resided, where those who couldn't get into Fenrir. And we have to it that Iroha has to take Ohtsuki Lenka to south with a motorbike. But as time continues, you know, Iroha did get injured on her leg and she gets infected with a maggots by the flies or something. You guys know what that is. And later, Ohtsuki Lenka is ordered by Iroha to leave her behind due to the fact that she can't run and she's going to die soon. But Ohtsuki Lenka cannot do that. So Iroha decides to make it easy for him, and she gives herself a very bad cut on her throat and says, this is where you have to choose, you know? And I looked at the theme behind this episode, you're gonna have to choose between two things, and it's gonna be hard for you to decide. And that is a pretty rough way of life to understand, you know, even for all of us here, which something I think we all can relate to. We're gonna have to choose one thing over the other, and that is the most ugly, and that's the cruel thing about life. And therefore, Ohtsuki Lenka has no choice but to leave her behind and continue south for where he has to go. And therefore, of course, there was a couple scenes where Ohtsuki Lenka gets his new God arc and gets a new modification on his arm or something, and they ask him one question, before you get your new God arc weapon, etc., what is your purpose? And he remembers all those times of what Lindo told him, that Aragami cannot be exterminated by another person telling that to him, and with Ohtsuki Lenka might die, but we have to it that Lenka reveals his purpose, that he wants to give hope to people, you know, which is pretty cool. Sorry if this video of mine's a little long. I expected it to be short, but I kind of went into too much detail, and I kind of been a little disorganized. So all I can tell you is just a little tragic backstory of what happened to Ohtsuki Lenka and what he became today, you know, and yada yada yada. Sorry for saying yada yada yada. I mean, nothing much. I don't want to say a lot, but anyways, it's an alright episode for it to come back. There's only a couple left, so there's 11, 12, and 13. So don't know how this is gonna turn out, but guarantee of all hell, like depending how events and obvious foreshadowing gives, it could end up being sour or ugly. I don't know, but anyways, I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye bye.